Hi, welcome. My name is Mariandrea, and this is Books and Bocadillos, where I talk about books and foodie things. I like to call my channel Lots Bookish and a Little Foodie. Today, I'm leaning into the foodie part of my interests. From time to time, I like to come and spend time in front of the camera, perusing cookbooks for my collection, planning what I want to bake or make or cook or whatever from the cookbooks. And sometimes I share like something from the cookbook that I find interesting or a favorite passage in the cookbook. Some cookbooks are really, really like engaging and interactive, in which the cookbook artist, the cookbook writer, shares very personal details or very thoughtful reflections. And I like to share those when I encounter them, and I think that they're precious. So today I'm doing that. So a little bit of what's going on. Today is December 9th. It's a Saturday and it's nighttime. I'm wearing black. I went to the Nutcracker, still in my dress. Um, I'm getting ready to put in a grocery order just for some last minute things that I might need. I am planning to bake cookies tomorrow, Sunday, for an office party that we have, like a gathering, not really a party, but more of like a luncheon that we have, a Christmas luncheon with my coworkers on Monday. So I want to share some treats for them, and I want to bake some of those treats tomorrow. So today I wanted to come and talk about the recipes that I'm planning on baking, maybe helping myself remember like what I need to order from the grocery store. Um, and yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know if you like this kind of content. And I know it's not for everybody, but um, I enjoy making it. So, cookies. Um, the first recipe that really drew me into the idea of like thinking, or this beginning to think, what holiday cookies do I want to make this year? I always enjoy baking cookies, baking Christmas cookies, particularly, and I look forward to it. It's part of the Christmas traditions here. So I received a notification um, from Dora's Table. I love that website, that content creator. If you like Latin American, excuse me, if you like Latin American food, a lot of very traditional Latin American dishes she has, like, and they're vegan. So I am vegan, I am gluten free, and so all of my cookbook collections are vegan. Well, most of them are vegan. Some of them are vegetarian, but with options to veganize. Or the ones that maybe I've kept that aren't vegan or vegetarian, I have very few. But if I have any left that are not at least vegetarian, I probably kept because there are some ways that I have learned to veganize. So I thought maybe, certain things, certain parts of those cookbooks are still valuable to me to some degree. And so, anyway, Dora's Table is a great follow. She's a blogger and has great recipes. They sent me a notification about the Mexican wedding cookies. I call them polvorones. Um, they look like little snowballs. The Mexican wedding cookies to me are more of like a shortbread cookie, like a sugar cookie, shortbread cookie, and it is you can do like cookie cutter cutouts, and then cover them in like a sugary cinnamony coating. So good, my mouth is starting to water. So the Mexican wedding cookies on Dora's Table's blog were more like what I would call polvorones, which are like the little snowballs. They're like round cookies, and you cover them in like powdered white sugar, so they look like little snowballs. And that's one that I am hoping to make. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Dora's Table Mexican wedding cookies. So I'll show you. Oh my god, my mouth is I'm starting to salivate. Um, this is on dorastable.com, and you just saw me Google Dora's Table Mexican wedding cookies. Um, I want to show you an image of what they look like. So this is what they look like. I'm hoping you can see. Um, so vegan Mexican wedding cookies. It says prep time is 15 minutes, cook time is 15 minutes for a total of 30 minutes. Yes, that's what I like to see. Short and easy and quick and hopefully tasty. Um, it makes 32 cookies. So that's a great cookie because 32 cookies, you have enough cookies to fill so many little like containers. I don't know what kind of containers you do for like cookie gift exchanges or cookie gifts, but I like to buy like the small tins. 32 cookies goes a long way, especially when you're doing an assortment of different kinds of cookies like I'm planning to. So, yes, this is a really good recipe. It is the course is dessert, the cuisine is Mexican. The ingredients are 2/3 cup of sugar, granulated sugar, 12 ounces or 1.5 cups of vegan butter. I use Earth Balance. And 16 ounces or 3 cups of flour. I use the Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 substitute that's gluten free. And I'm probably going to sift it. I think I think that kind of flour turns out better when you sift it. So I'm probably going to sift it. I'm not sure what the recipe says, but 1/2 cup chopped pecans. Oh, I love cookies with pecans. A 1/2 teaspoon of anise seed. I love anise. Do you like anise? I love anise. I like it in like teas as well, but um, my mouth is watering. I have like just strong love for anise. 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and 1 cup powdered sugar. So the 1 cup powdered sugar is for like after you bake them to coat them in. You preheat the oven, you cream the butter, the sugar, you add the vanilla, the cinnamon, the anise, and you mix in the pecans. You slowly add the flour and you mix until well combined. You roll the dough into 1-inch balls, place them on a sheet tray with a parchment paper about 1 inch apart. You bake for 15 minutes until the bottoms become golden brown. You remove from the oven, you cool. I recently learned that with gluten free, it's really, really, really important to let your baked goods cool completely. I get impatient sometimes, and as soon as they're done, like I want to like hurry it up. And so I want to like try them or um no, I read another recipe recently that I tried. I made some muffins and they were so delicious. But the key in that recipe was to make sure that you give your muffins enough time to completely cool. I think it's the same thing with cookies. So I'm really going to give it my best shot at being patient and letting these things cool completely. And says once completely cool, roll the cookies in powdered sugar. It says you can also use this cookie dough recipe to bake thumbprint cookies. I've never made thumbprint cookies. Dust with cinnamon sugar instead of powdered sugar for more hojarascas feel. So hojarascas are what I call the Mexican wedding cookies. So she and I kind of have our our words mixed up here. Like I call Mexican wedding cookies what she calls hojarascas. I call them both hojarascas or Mexican wedding cookies. But yeah, that's right on. Um, it says you can freeze if you don't want to make the whole recipe because 32 cookies is a lot of cookies. Sorry, I'm drinking this hot chocolate and it's starting to, it's really, really good. I put marshmallows in it too, but I'm starting to feel maybe a little bit of acidity. Um, so yeah, you can freeze the recipe. So if you only want to make half of it, you only want 16 cookies, you can always freeze half of it. But I'm going to make them all because I think I have enough coworkers to feed. And so 32 cookies is it's gonna be enough and then some. And I have a husband who likes sweets, so it'll be good. So that's what I call polvorones or snowball cookies. Dora calls them Mexican wedding cookies. Everything that she makes, all her recipes that I've tried are legit good. She does some really good recipes. So, yeah, hats off to her. Chef's kiss. Highly recommend. So then I'm going to share this one. I have two cookbooks to go through. So I'm going to start with this one. This is the Superfun Times Vegan Holiday Cookbook by Isa Chanda Moskowitz. So I love Isa. I think she has some really great recipes. This really cool holiday cookbook is super complete. It's like super thick, and it has recipes to celebrate all year long. So this is a cookbook that I'll be coming back to, maybe even like if you enjoy this content, you know, people seem interested and I will continue to make these kinds of videos. I'll probably bring this back soon because I love the New Year's recipes in this cookbook. So the cookbook starts with New Year's, I think. Yeah, New Year's, of course. So it starts with a new year, and she has amazing recipes. I can't wait to share with you in the new year. Like when I start, well, the end of December, when I start preparing my New Year's Day menu. I usually do a New Year's week menu because that first week of the new year, I always like it's still part of the 12 days of Christmas, and we celebrate the Dia de Reyes, which is the January 6th, the Three Kings Day. Excuse me. So I always like to have special meals planned each day of that week, and I typically like to have like a 12 days of Christmas menu that I like to follow. I'm really excited. Maybe I'll do a video about the 12 days of Christmas foods that I want to make, but for now I'll stick to my cookies. So I'm going to go to the back of this cookbook and see, they even have Hanukkah. I've always wanted to have a Hanukkah meal, but I don't know. I love the cuisine. Um, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Christmas. She says, Christmas lights, Christmas trees, my Spotify indie rock Christmas playlist. I just love Christmas. I am going to go look for her Spotify indie rock Christmas playlist. That sounds amazing. And I want to listen to it while I bake these cookies. So there are two cookies. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Well, these are not cookies, but be warned. These are tamales. My mom and I are going to be making tamales in a couple of weeks, and I'm so excited. I love making tamales with my mom. For Christmas, I'm thinking I'm going to make this recipe. Epic eggplant lasagna. There have been Thanksgivings where I've made an Italian Thanksgiving and made Italian food, and lasagna is like the beautiful main course dish, and it's so good. And I've gotten so many compliments about the lasagna. But I think for Christmas this year, I want to try and make this lasagna, eggplant lasagna. So excited. Okay, so cookies. Let's focus. Focus. You can't go wrong with chocolate chip. So I did a poll with my coworkers. I sent them a text and I was like, what's your favorite Christmas cookie? One said chocolate chip. Two said oatmeal raisin. One said the cowboy cookie. And another one said macadamia nut. The cowboy cookie I'm not going to make because I'm going to make the chocolate chip, and then the polvorones has the pecans. So I don't know, but one's a chocolate chip, and I really think that she is completely right. You cannot go wrong with a basic, yummy chocolate chip cookie in your container, your Christmas cookie container. So this is a big soft chocolate chip. The recipe is big soft chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so the total time it takes to get through this recipe is 45 minutes. Active time 20 minutes. It makes 16 cookies. That's not a lot, but it's okay. Um, she writes like a little snippet of like what the recipe is about. So she says, "All right, you probably cut to the chase and immediately flip to this recipe despite the hundreds of other recipes in this book. Welcome. These cookies are big, soft, and lovely with a crisp, buttery crust and a moist, yummy interior." Yes, that sounds like the perfect chocolate chip cookie. Crispy on the outside, yummy and soft on the inside. They are the kind of chocolate chip cookies you might find in thought bubbles over children's heads on Christmas morning. Mhm. I don't have children, but I like to indulge my inner child. And definitely chocolate chip cookies will do just that. If I have any leftovers, I will enjoy them. And the ingredients for this recipe is half a cup brown sugar, a fourth cup granulated sugar, a half a cup refined coconut oil melted. I want to say that the oil needs to be completely cool before you put into the recipe. A third, my eyesight, a third cup of unsweetened applesauce. I think this is what makes it totally moist is the applesauce. And I'm sorry about my vision. It's the problem with being in your 40s is loss of vision. 2 teaspoons cornstarch, 2 teaspoons pure vanilla extract, 1.5 cups all-purpose flour. Again, probably going to sift the flour because I'm using the gluten-free Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1. A half a teaspoon baking soda, a half a teaspoon salt, and 3/4 cup 3/4 cup semi-sweet chocolate chips. So for the chocolate chips, I buy the Enjoy Life chocolate chips. And for a chocolate chip cookie, of course, I like to put some salt. I have that special like gourmet like salt flakes that feel like snowflakey. Um, yeah, like very thin like flakes of like salt. I like to like grind that up, like sprinkle that very lightly over the cookies after they bake, because it's nice for them to have that sweet, slightly salty like hint, just a tiny bit. So it says you preheat the oven to 350, line cookie trays with parchment paper. You mix the sugars, the oil, the applesauce, the cornstarch. Mix that well until it resembles caramel for about 2 minutes, and then you mix in the vanilla. You add a cup of the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. You mix until well incorporated, and then you mix in the remaining half cup of flour. Then you fold in the chocolate chips. The dough will be a little stiff, so you use your hands to really work them in. Okay, I don't know. Isa really likes to do the like put in some elbow work and do like hand mixing. I don't know. I could do some hand mixing. I could use my hands, actually exercise my phalanges. But I don't know. I I might just want to use my mixer. What would you do? Okay, and then you roll the dough into ping pong balls. You flatten them out in your hands to about 2.5 inches, and you place on a baking sheet and bake. You rotate and swap the baking sheets halfway through until they are just a little brown around the edges for about 8 minutes. No more than 9. So, okay, short and sweet baking. You let them cool for about 5 minutes and transfer to a cooling rack. Yeah. Okay. I guess it takes 45 minutes because you probably have to like really do, if you're working by hand, it's going to take more time. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use the mixer or my do get some arm exercise in tomorrow. I'm thinking about making this one as well, but I don't know. We'll see about this one. This is a maybe. Another kind of chocolate chip cookie, but this one has peanut butter. I love cookbook art. Like, how cool is this photo? Like, to take the picture as the milk is just like splattering everywhere. Like, art. I love it. So this peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. This is a big book, guys. I'm so sorry. I know I'm making a lot of noise with it. This one makes 24 cookies, a total time of 30 minutes, 15 minutes active time. She writes, peanut butter chocolate chip cookie. Peanut butter chocolate chip has always been my comfort cookie. It takes about, let's say 10 to make all my problems go away. But we don't need to worry about problems. It's Christmas! These are as peanut buttery as I could get without turning the recipe into just a big old spoonful of peanut butter. They are not to be conceded total perfection. They are not to be conceded. They are not to be conceded. Read that wrong. Total perfection. The whole peanut butter package. So this one uses 3/4 cup refined coconut oil, creamy natural peanut butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar, almond milk, vanilla extract, all-purpose flour, cornstarch, baking powder, salt, and semi-sweet chocolate chips. I'm not going to go into it because I just saw the clock and I am running out of time, and I have two more recipes. So then I have this candy cane. There we go. Candy cane cookies. Candy cane fudge cookies. Chocolate and minty chocolate with crushed candy canes. These cookies scream Christmas. So loud that you might have to tell them to shut up. These are the cookies you bring to the office or collective art space to share with everyone. They are going to be the best thing that happens to anyone this holiday season, even if they get that Cabbage Patch Kid they've been so desperately wanting. So this one makes 36 cookies, which I really like these numbers. Like 36 cookies is a good number. And 45 minutes, 25 active minutes. This one uses coconut oil, sugar, applesauce. I like the applesauce thing. Almond milk, vanilla, all-purpose flour, cocoa powder, sifted, baking soda, salt, peppermint chocolate bars chopped up, and crushed candy canes. I did get some candy canes earlier today. So the vegan candy canes that I purchased are from Yum Earth. And I like to have candy canes on hand because in the holiday season, just any little card or small gift that you give out, I like to put a candy cane just for something sweet. So I have some candy canes I could crush to make these cookies happen. I mean, they're festive. I mean, 'tis the season. Candy canes. This one's a definite. I am definitely doing this recipe because two of my coworkers said that their favorite cookie is oatmeal. So these are cranberry spice oatmeal cookies. Look at how beautiful they look in a basket. Like, I love this artwork. They look so rustic and, I don't know, tasty. These gorgeous little clusters of oats are studded with ruby cranberries. Crispy on the edges, chewy inside with a hint of spice. These are for the adult cookie lover, unless the kids eat them all. So these coconut oil, the ingredients are coconut oil, brown sugar, granulated sugar, pure vanilla extract, cornstarch, almond milk, all-purpose flour, baking soda, pumpkin pie spice. Yum. Salt, rolled oats, cranberries, and walnuts. Yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun doing cookie tasting and trying to decide which one of these is going to be my holiday favorite. And then my last cookie option is from this cookbook, Sweet Potato Soul by Jenne Claiborne. I love this cookbook. This is easily top 5 of my cookbook collection. It's a great cookbook. She has a great blog. The recipes are so good. You could see I've really loved this cookbook. Okay. I went on record saying that my favorite cookie is the ube cookie that I made for Halloween. And that is my favorite all-time cookie. Yes. Before I discovered the ube cookie, after I read Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manansala, before then, her tahini sweet potato cookie was my favorite. So her sweet potato tahini cookie is now my number 2. I'm not gonna make it for this one, but I am going to make. Well, I'm thinking about making. We'll see. Where is it? Here we go. This recipe. Sweet potato sugar cookies. So you can't go wrong with sugar cookies, just iced and with some sparkling granulated sugar, colored sugar, or a little festive what are they called? Sprinkles. Yeah. I also have a cookie cutter mold for how to make a Christmas cake out of cookies. So that's something that I've been wanting to make for myself, for my table setting. And I think maybe it's something I want to make. So I think making these sweet potato cookies will be a good intro to see if I really like the recipe. I haven't made this one yet, but the recipe adjacent to it is a tahini. Where is it? The sweet potato tahini cookies. These are so good. Okay, so where am I with time? This one makes 16 cookies, and it's vegan butter, cane sugar, brown sugar, mashed sweet potato, about 1 big small sweet potato, and pure vanilla, spelt flour or unbleached all-purpose flour, plus more for dusting, baking powder, teaspoon salt. For icing, confectioner's sugar, and soy milk. So yeah, these are the cookies that I am going to be making this holiday season. I'm probably going to do maybe 3 or 4 of these tomorrow, and then definitely going to be making some more throughout the rest of the holiday season and giving some cookie tray gifts to some people in my life. So yeah, that's it. I am running out of time. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're baking cookies, what cookies you baked, and let's talk in the comments. Subscribe, as you wish. Be well. Hasta la próxima.